unregimented.
ChristopherMedia.net.
It's Wild Card Weekend, and you can follow all the action at BetOnline.net. For the first time in league history, 6 games are on the board during the opening round of the playoffs. Feature games Saturday include Indy at Buffalo and LA at Seattle. On Sunday, Chicago visits the Big Easy, while divisional rivals Cleveland and Pittsburgh square off. Check out all the action this week at BetOnline.net as the journey to Tampa gets underway. Always available online or your mobile device. Visit BetOnline.net today. Bring the game home at BetOnline.net.
Shop new looks for the new year at Macy's one-day sale. Going on now with deals of the day like sweaters from Clubroom, Alfani, Inc., and more. $19.99 to $29.99. And get 40 to 60% off coats and boots. Then add the finishing touch to any look with fine jewelry clearance 70% off. Plus, get your .com orders fast with contact-free curbside pickup. Or you can pick them up inside the store. For details, visit Macy's.com. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asmik Core Studios near Detroit, Michigan. It's unregimented.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
And now, here are your hosts.
All right, it's Tuesday, April 28th. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Rich.
We took yesterday off because, we were trying to be like the president. We canceled yesterday. Apparently we should have. It's whatever.
Oh, yeah, dude. Trump lasted one day.
Yeah, one day
with his fucking full diaper until somebody finally changed him and, dried him off.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Sent him back to work.
On Saturday, he had enough. I'm not doing this again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess they had scheduled the presser for today, and then they called it off. And then it seemed like an hour before it was supposed to happen, they rescheduled it again.
It was a little more than an hour, but it was early afternoon, but it was within a couple hours it went from being canceled to not canceled.
I think he was trying to do a secret show. He was trying to, I want to make sure that just my fans are there.
Yeah, only the street team's allowed to this show.
Hey, he initially wanted to do the broadcast on OnlyFans. He's like, no, I only want my true fans there. I'm like, sir, that's not
then he realized
what that site is for. He's like, I know what it's for. I got a full body tan. I'm ready.
So, and the rumor is that they're going to start scaling those back anyways, which it's about time, right? You suggest ingesting disinfectant. It's time.
I would like doctors only. Doctors and scientists. I don't want to hear from any more politicians. Unless you're governors that are controlling the opening of your state, just shut the fuck up.
You have to be a board-certified physician.
We don't need all these opinions.
No, we don't. It just muddies up the water, muddies up the message.
We need hard science. That's it. We want just the facts, ma'am.
Although, if we're going to be honest, shouldn't Fred Armisen have played Dr. Fauci, not Brad Pitt? I know he said that's who he wanted to play him. But
right, but yes, and if Fauci never said anything about it, even jokingly, then it probably would have been Fred Armisen.
I mean, I look at Fauci, I'm like, that's a Fred Armisen character.
Yeah,
that like Brad Pitt's Fauci, he had it down vocally.
Only there's all Fred Armisen characters have the edges rounded off them a little bit, right?
Yeah.
They're all a little soft, and Fauci's got a little bit of edge to him. He's got that New York gay, don't fuck with me. And he probably comes from being a short dude too. He's got a little bit of the attitude.
A little bit of Napoleon complex shows up.
Right. But yeah, I thought it was really sweet that it was a great gag, but then Brad Pitt, taking off the wig and everything and addressing the audience as Brad Pitt and giving a heartfelt thanks to Fauci and all the rest of the doctors that are doing everything that they can. I mean, joke-wise, it was pretty pedestrian. It was standard SNL boilerplate joke.
Yeah. And, one thing I noticed too, Brad Pitt, he's getting that middle-aged woman turkey neck. If you look at his neck, you can tell he's having work done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So even the Mona Lisa's falling apart, right?
Just next time you see Brad Pitt, look at his neck. He's got that. It's because my wife watches all these Real Housewives or whatever. You could see them all. Their neck all looks the fucking same because they've had 9 fucking facelifts.
Damn it, Chris! Can't we have anything nice?
Hey, it's not my fault.
Brad
His neck
Pitt being super sexy is the only thing we all agreed on.
It's not my fault. His neck weirded me out.
Neckophobe.
They had that shirt too tight around it. You could just see it. It's like,
No. Yeah.
The man's in his mid-50s and he's made his bones off his face. I get it. I'm not going to fault him. I'm just saying.
Neck shaming him.
I noticed it.
I know if you call him a neckophobe, he's like, yo, you know what? You're a neck lover. That's what you are.
and Angelina Jolie is starting to get the bingo wings. So, you know what? Shit happens.
Well, she started looking weird a few years ago. She started looking like an alien a few years ago when she got too skinny.
She went down that route that a lot of women in Hollywood seem to like. God, R.I.P. That body that Jennifer Connelly had in Requiem for a Dream, because it's gone now. She's just got rail thin. These actresses like, oh, I'm 40. I have to be Callista Flockhart thin. No, you're fine. Age gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
dude,
possible.
Dropping a ton of weight doesn't make up for aging. No, you just look old and skinny.
I want to loop back to this later because I watched Dr. Sleep, but all I got to say to you is Rebecca fucking Ferguson, man. You're talking about aging fucking grace. She looks sexier than she did in Mission Impossible, and she's got like a perfect body. She's not rail thin. She's got a nice body for, an age appropriate, healthy body. I'm trying to say it in a way that doesn't sound creepy, but fuck it. I mean, she's fucking super hot, and I'd hump her in a second if she let me. Yeah.
Wait, if we got to that point where we can't be like, I think she's attractive.
Yeah, I mean, now to the point where it's like, I don't want to be creepy, but she's attractive.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't mean to be gay, but you got a sweet ass. I mean, come on, dude. We all know what the game is the game, okay? We want to sniff it, hit it, and quit it, all right? That's how guys are for the most part. It's nothing personal.
So anyway, coronavirus press conference.
Yeah, right?
Like I said, I think I caught the second half of it, and I missed I saw the clip of, I sent you guys that I don't know if you saw it. I think he was trying to pronounce some medications. And I mean, God bless him. Chris, you've heard me try to pronounce medications on the Weedsman.
But I don't know why, like, whoever's writing this stuff out, like Rich and I learned how to write copy 20 years ago. Like, why aren't they writing it out phonetically for him? Yeah. Like, guess what? If it's misspelled on the teleprompter, we don't know because he's reading it.
It also doesn't matter because no one else is seeing it.
Yes. It could just be a staff fucking with him at this point.
Now, was this the infamous disinfectant press conference?
That was Thursday.
Yeah, that was last. Was it Thursday? I thought it was Friday because we didn't actually talk about it on Friday because I think it either just happened or was going on still.
I think it happened. It was going on Thursday while we were doing the show. Like, cause these things run late. Like, it says they say 5 and then he starts at 6:30 and then he goes for 2 fucking hours.
Yeah. It's Twitter user Ian Konu says, I think what the president was trying to say there was Becton, Dickerson, Ologic, and Cephei Pef Zephyrhide. That's exactly what it sounds like he's trying to say in that.
It's probably staff fucking with him. Like, we need 2 things with 13 letters, and we're going to put them right next to each other. We'll go viral.
Like, people are thinking that I don't know what I'm talking about, so give me some big words. I need some 50-cent words.
Yeah. I want to know the name of I want the longest name of any commercially available medication, and I want them all in the speech.
I just heard through trusted sources that supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a great treatment for the COVID-19 virus.
Dude, you can't do that while I'm drinking.
Oh. Well, look, I'll just out myself. I have not seen a clip of him saying what was supposedly he said. I got a quote, and I'm like, It's just him rambling, isn't it? It's like we've all been with that guy in the bathroom because he's got the coke.
Logic and Zephyrhide.
Could you hear it?
Zephyrhide.
One more time.
Becton Dickinson, Logic and Zephyrhide.
That's Becton Dickerson, Logic, and Zephyrhide. People call him Pfeff. His friends call him Pfeff.
I mean, and also to play devil's advocate, as someone who takes some medications, and I'm like, I don't know how to fucking say that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and have to call in, like, to get a re-up on prescription. They're like, pronounce, and if you can't pronounce, spell your prescription name. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna spell it for you because I sound like him. I don't fucking know.
I still do that. Like when I was a kid, I used to read science fiction books, and you read science fiction, and there's all these like made up and weird words that you've never seen before, and the longer ones you just kind of scan over, and you get a general pronunciation or like a weird name or something like that in a fantasy book, and then when you stop and actually go, wait a minute, how is it? You realize you're pronouncing the name completely different.
Yes,
and I've done that. I still do this with medications. I take a medication daily, and I'm like, it's cetrizine, and it's totally not. It's like I don't know what it is. I can never remember. It looks kind of like cetrizine. So I get it. It's low hanging fruit. It's still funny.
Oh no, it's funny. It's funny as fuck. Because it's just, I
couldn't do any better. Like this is one of those cases where, yeah, I can criticize, but I wouldn't pronounce it any better.
I'm just saying, like, I really hope with all his fuck ups and misspellings and using the wrong word or the wrong spelling for the wrong word that he does I really hope that's down to he uses, like I said, a speech to text app of some sort. And he's just like holding the phone at a weird angle. He's like, I haven't had my morning kofifi. You know, and kofifi, fine, all right. You know, or whatever.
Right. Because misspelling, like he had a tweet out there. He said something about, he was talking about journalists, talking about a Nobel Prize, right? But he spelled Nobel, right? Whereas, like, spell correct would probably change it to Noble because that's a more common word than Nobel. Yes. More people are using the word Nobel than talking about the Nobel Prize. So that's like an easy mistake that you could just blame on spell check, or you were just Russian, or fuck, I just didn't know. Like, I don't ever see it in print, right? I would misspell that.
Yeah.
You know, but no, he has to be like, well, I guess sarcasm's dead. Nobody gets my jokes. Like, what joke, dude? Like what he was saying about the disinfectant going into the body. He's like, it was sarcasm. I'm like, how is it? Where's the joke? You don't get how sarcasm works at all.
No, he's like the gangster guy and Don't Be a Menace to Society when he's like, ain't you ever been in the shower and seen soap run down the crack of a man's ass? And his boys are looking at him like, no, are you crazy? And he goes, those was jokes. I was joking. Like,
I think more of the boxer from Slammin' Salmon. It's like, I'm going to knock you into oblivion. I think he means oblivion. Whatever, motherfucker.
It ain't in here. That's where it's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah. It was some amusing shit because I'm like, really? And people are doing it for real. I don't care. I don't. These are obviously not people who are, one, all there, or two, are going to be missed. Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are people who think that the fucking the Beatles were telling them to start a race war. They're crazy, like Manson crazy. You're going to drink? What person in their right mind is going to drink bleach because a politician told them to?
Look, I get it. Like, stupid people are going to do stupid no matter what. And Trump is uncontrollable. and he's not your standard politician. But I don't think that should change one's standards for what they expect from their leaders. And
no, not at all. I'm not saying this is a good way for him to be, or I'm saying that it's a good thing that it's just like
out of all the things that people and we ourselves and myself are guilty of doing, of criticizing Trump over just every little thing, just because it just feels good at this point, right? The guy just gets under your skin on a daily basis. So, a couple digs at him just helps get it off your chest. But I think this is, I don't think this is just like this is just another Trump gaffe.
Why?
And why? Because he's got doctors in the room.
That immediately came up to the mic and went, no.
No, they didn't. No, he turns to Birx and he says, "What? Have you heard of this? Can you back this up?" And she's like, "Well, I know that fever is good for the body, but I don't know." And I'm like, that's not good enough. Yes, you do know. You 100% know that he's full of shit. I will say, and I'm not saying that you need to be rude to your boss or call out the president. I think you can just say, I understand what you're saying, Mr. President, but I don't think that you're correct in this, and here's why. And then state some science, right? That's it.
I said yesterday, and I'll say today to people on both sides of this, how stupid do you think we are?
What's both sides?
The side that's actually saying it. Like, first, if you think all of a sudden, hey, yeah, it says don't drink it, but we're going to inject it into our systems, you're crazy. And if you think that we need to be... I don't
understand who's calling you stupid by reporting on what the president said.
If you think that we need to be told not to do this, how stupid do you think we are? We all obviously know that this was insane. Do not inject caustic chemicals into your bloodstream. I don't think we need to be told this for 3 days. I think the stupidity of it was obvious, and to harp on it for 3 days, we know
why is it? Here's my question: why is it that when someone, an older politician like Biden, goes on some ramble, and it's like, what the fuck is he talking about? No one knows, not his people, nobody. It's like, oh, is he having cognitive difficulties? But then Trump gets up there and rambles all the fucking time. Is this something we should start to worry about, maybe? Is his Alzheimer's Biden acting up or some shit? Because
Biden rambles about personal stories about people named after cereals. He doesn't ramble about medical advice.
He's trying to be folksy. Come on, man.
I guess what bothers me too is in the same news cycle, Cuomo's wife comes out talking about how she was taking a bath in Clorox, and we just gloss right over it. To me, that's just as insane. That's just as insane advice.
It's 100% just insane. Absolutely, I'm on your side on that. But there's a big difference when the president has a nationwide press conference and says something, and Cuomo's wife says something. There's a huge difference and a big difference in responsibility. And look, I get it. The news stories saying don't drink bleach, they're not for you. They are for somebody, though, because there's not a ton of them, but there are people that are drinking bleach, thinking that it's going to help them.
I was having this conversation with Mandy today. Okay, but that's for your fringe audience. That's supposed to be for the InfoWars crowd. All right, your general news is supposed to be for the majority of us.
How does CNN make a story that's geared towards people who get misinformation from InfoWars?
Because people were drinking bleach before this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So if people are already doing it and you're already trying to say, no, stop, everyone stop drinking bleach, and then the president starts talking about disinfecting your insides, then yeah, clearly your message is not getting out there. People are continuing to drink bleach.
Stupid people are going to continue to be stupid.
That's right. Absolutely. But the rest of society and the press in general too has a responsibility to try and correct behavior like that. You can't save everyone. It's not your job to save everyone.
Exactly. So don't waste 3 days on telling us the obvious. That we all know
who wasted 3 days. So they
this shit was at the top of my Google newsfeed Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so that was whose waste of a day was that? They didn't report on anything else on those days, only what Trump said about disinfecting your insides?
It made for some great memes. Sorry. I'm just saying.
I just think here the stupidity is obvious. Like, we knew. We didn't need to be told. Like, we should have just collectively all just kind of made the look that Justin Timberlake makes.
We is clearly not everyone, because clearly there are people who needed to be told.
Well, then, it
wasn't you, and it wasn't me, and it wasn't Rich.
Well,
That's great.
I'm with Rich. Fuck those people. Those are the 10% idiot minority that are going to do what they're going to do anyway. Why are we coddling them?
Why is that coddling? Why is trying to put out correct information coddling?
If we got to tell you not to inject disinfectant, there's bigger issues.
Possibly so.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm looking at. First of all, you're dealing with somebody who is probably mentally ill to some extent, who's going to listen to that shit and go, "Oh, drinking bleach, that's a viable way to pass the time." No, it's not. Everybody fucking knows that. Pick up the bottle, turn it around, what's it say? Do not ingest. Call poison control if accidentally ingested immediately. Is it opposite day? Did I miss the note, the memo?
Right, no, some people are thinking that you can just dilute it. Right? Oh, that's just you can't drink it straight from the bottle. That's what they're warning you about.
I actually saw someone make the argument that when they were a dishwasher in a restaurant, they had to put so many parts bleach to so many parts water and sanitize the dishes before drying them, and that sometimes the dishwater, the sanitized water would splash and get in their mouth, and they're like, "I didn't die." I'm like, "You're talking about a drop, dude."
Okay,
you're talking about a drop. Okay,
that's like saying, "Hey, guns kill people. I saw a gun and I didn't die." Yeah. No, I even touched it.
Well, it's like taking a bullet, dropping it from 12 feet above your arm, and go, "See, nothing happened."
Right? Yeah, these are harmless. I told you.
What kind of pussy dies from these things? I thought Grandpa was a badass for storming the beach in Normandy. If they were shooting these things at him, he was a pussy. No, but you see what I'm saying? Like, So I've read some very interesting things on the internet, and I'd like to think that some of these people are trolling, but I realize that at least a percentage of them are serious. They're for real. And that guy seemed kind of genuine. I'm like, it's a drop. It's not the same thing as drinking bleach straight from the jug or even a glass of diluted bleach. Oh, God. Drinking bleach? Like, weren't we saying, like, the Tide Pod Challenge was about the dumbest shit that anybody could fucking do a couple years ago? And it's like, nope, we can get dumber. Keep digging. There's another rock layer.
Always. That's one thing this show has taught us. Keep digging.
No, look, I think anyone that listens to him obviously has something was going to set them off. This is just probably the thing that did it, or maybe it was the straw that broke the camel's back, and they can't handle it.
No, well, okay, I see where you're coming from, Rich, but I don't think that's everyone.
And with Trump, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I wasn't making a joke. Well, why are we not sitting here talking about whether this man is mentally fit to be president, but we're doing it over Biden?
Unregimented. ChristopherMedia.net.
Shop new looks for the new year at Macy's one-day sale. Going on now with deals of the day like sweaters from Clubroom, Alfani, Inc., and more. $19.99 to $29.99. And get 40 to 60% off coats and boots. Then add the finishing touch to any look with fine jewelry clearance 70% off. Plus, get your .com orders fast with contact-free curbside pickup. Or you can pick them up inside the store. For details, visit Macy's.com. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Professional painters know waiting between coats for trim, doors, and cabinets to dry is time out of your day and money out of your pocket. Bare Premium Cabinet and Trim Enamel from the Home Depot lets you finish faster. With excellent flow and leveling, it dries to the touch in 1 hour, and less dry time means less downtime. Bare Premium Cabinet and Trim Enamel, just $39.98 a gallon, and that's before the Pro Extra discount. Only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Available in-store and online.
Shop new looks for the new year at Macy's one-day sale. Going on now with deals of the day like sweaters from Clubroom, Alfani, Inc., and more. $19.99 to $29.99. And get 40 to 60% off coats and boots. Then add the finishing touch to any look with fine jewelry clearance 70% off. Plus, get your .com orders fast with contact-free curbside pickup. Or you can pick them up inside the store. For details, visit Macy's.com. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Professional painters know waiting between coats for trim, doors, and cabinets to dry is time out of your day and money out of your pocket. Bare Premium Cabinet and Trim Enamel from the Home Depot lets you finish faster. With excellent flow and leveling, it dries to the touch in 1 hour. And less dry time means less downtime. Bare Premium Cabinet and Trim Enamel, just $39.98 a gallon. And that's before the Pro Extra discount. Only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Available in-store and online.
ChristopherMedia.net. Unregimented.
Well, hold on. I wanted to address your first point, though, because, yes, some of these are going to be people who are mentally unstable and therefore are like antennas for batshit crazy ideas, right? Yeah. So any conspiracy theory, like a guy goes on a shooting spree and then spouts off a conspiracy theory, and you're like, well, this is why conspiracy theories are harmful. No, they're not usually harmful. They're only harmful in the minds of already crazy and dangerous people. Now, but when you're talking about doing something that sounds absolutely insane, like ingesting bleach, I think you have to do that it's not that these people are crazy. These people are ill-informed and they're scared and they're trying anything.
Oh yeah, I would definitely put that with like people who have high levels.
Now
of
you just sound like my wife.
High levels of anxiety and are obsessive in their thoughts about this shit. I've had family members that, like, when certain things have happened throughout the years, whether it be like 9/11 or some other catastrophe, they get obsessed with it and they watch the news. Those type of people, this could be the thing that they're like, oh my god, they're so fucking scared they're not thinking straight.
Yeah,
that does happen, folks. It does happen. That's reality.
And we all do it to a certain degree, because with something like this pandemic, we're hearing all types of information about how it spreads, what the symptoms are. I mean, there are even more symptoms today. They're going to add so many symptoms to this thing that everyone's just going to think they have it. But when you're going through this, trying to deal with this idea of, how do I prevent myself from getting sick, and what of all this information that I'm getting is accurate and what's pseudoscience? And sometimes you just hear something and it just sounds right in your head and it clicks in a certain way. And it might not do anything practical. It might seem insane, but it helps you cope, right? So, is there any evidence of this virus being brought in on people's shoes? Absolutely not. Is it a possibility? Sure, it's a possibility. So when asked, the doctor says, yeah, I guess it's a possibility. And you read that and you go, oh, it's possible to come in through my shoes? I'm going to leave my shoes outside. Okay, do you need to leave your shoes outside? Probably not. But you're going to anyways because you're like, why not? What's it going to hurt? And it makes me feel better, right? Now, there's another layer of that when you add something potentially dangerous to yourself, like possibly poisoning yourself. But it's not that far of a leap of logic to get to places where you're willing to take some chances now. It's no longer just, I'll do the easy shit because why not? Like, no, I'm legitimately scared. I might be already compromised, and I might be looking at, if I can't go outside till there's a vaccine, or else I'm going to end up in the hospital, and I can't work from home, and I can't be gainfully employed. So what am I out? Like, I'm going to be looking at a year to year and a half of like being a shut-in, living off of government subsidies. I mean, these people are freaking the fuck out. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is from stupidity. I get that. And we still have a responsibility to defend the stupid people in this country, even though you're not going to save them all. But it's not purely out of stupidity. It's low information and high amounts of panic. And when you have the president saying irresponsible things like this, it just adds to it. And did the press milk it? Yeah, absolutely. They made a whole 3-course meal out of these statements. They went overboard. But is it irresponsible for them to publish these stories? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of their primary responsibilities is to publish stories that correct misinformation that's going out there.
You're correct, but I think kind of where our disconnect. I think it's irresponsible to milk it.
Sure, I get why you're upset of them going over the top. There's a lot that they, I would like to see more.
Because I don't disagree with you that it's their responsibility to correct information. I don't disagree with that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The minute that press conference was done, they should have cut to a guy behind a desk going, "It is not okay to ingest bleach. We just want to pass that along to our viewers."
It should have just broadcast what is it, the GIF of Justin Timberlake that one look. It's broadcast that.
Yeah, no, the press was they were basically that dude, like, let's say you go out with your friends and you stumble and you fall and everyone laughs at you and you're like, yeah, I'm clumsy. Okay, yeah, right, I fell. It was funny. But then there's that one dude who has to, he calls you, like, he has a nickname for you now every time he sees you.
Yes.
Or, have a nice trip, dude. Like, he's just running it into the ground every time you see this guy. And you're like, really? Is there nothing else fucking funny? Is there nothing else to talk about?
Yeah, it's the guy making the joke 3 days later. Like, dude, it was funny 2 days ago.
Yeah. Right. Or the little kid who tells you a joke. And you're like, that's pretty funny for a little kid. And then they tell you the joke again. And you're like, yeah, okay, I got it the first time. Yeah. And then they tell you it the next day. And you're like, dude, this is getting old.
Then you realize you probably shouldn't be going to children to get your comedy cues. Yeah. Now I realize why there's no 10-year-old stand-ups. Okay.
And then, so you stop going to this toddler night at the Improv.
This kid's great. He opened and closes with wiping a booger on you.
Toddler night at the Improv would not be one comedy fan and just wall-to-wall pedos. Come on. Exactly. It'd just be like, oh yeah, look at the blonde one with the dimples. Yeah. When you going on, kid?
You want to see my van?
Want to smoke a doobie in my van? Anybody who's been in a live band and had that one, like, maybe a little too over enthusiastic guy from the audience come up like, you guys fuck great, man. I buy you a drink. You want to smoke a fucking joint? Let's get in my car, smoke a joint. Like.
So you make the mistake, and you make the mistake early, and you smoke the joint with them. This is when you first start gigging, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then every time you play wherever that is, he never fucking leaves you alone. But you have to meet that guy to learn from here on out to never meet his friends.
Sure, and if you're that person that thinks that they're going to bring drugs to their favorite comedian or musical performer or whoever it is, and that you're going to bond with them, you're not. Just give them the drugs and move on.
Yes.
Right? They will smoke the drugs and go and think of you later and go, that what's his name dude with the brown hair was all right. That's the best you're gonna get.
Hey, I had the
you're not making new best friends.
I had a lead singer of a band I went to go see. They got caught with the headstock of his bass player's bass, and I mean it got him pretty good. Like he needed stitches. He's like, I got to finish this show, but damn, does my head hurt. And I was like, I got 2 Vikes 750s. You want them? And just gave them to him between songs. And he's like, yeah. I took them, finished the show with me. He's like, hey, man, thanks. Appreciate that. I'm like, that's cool. You want a couple bucks for that? I'm like, no, I want you to finish the fucking show. If I thought you sucked, I wouldn't have gave them to you, like.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, probably well enough. Just call it a night.
I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been drinking. I'm not going to take Vicodin on top of drinking. So here, have them. Fuck it. Yeah.
So how about Biden? There were a lot of polls that came out saying that Biden's going to, if the election were, over the weekend, Biden would have won in a lot of battleground states and damn near tie in Ohio. Beats him in Florida by a healthy amount. Beats Trump in Michigan.
Good.
Yeah. tell you're jazzed about Biden.
I mean,
I was
even
a year ago.
Even if he wins, aren't we going to be like, it's President Biden? I mean, like, I just don't. dude, you're not my first choice. You're not my 10th choice. You're not my 100th choice. To be honest with you, you're just not Trump.
I was more jazzed about him a year ago till I've noticed he's getting old, and it's getting obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that. Yeah, like I said, man, like it's kind of I thought people were exaggerating. I've seen probably about 5-6 clips in the last 2 days where I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about now.
I mean, I really think with Biden, it's all going to be on his running mate. That's who's going to. You're really going to be voting for Biden's running mate, aren't you?
Well, I mean, with Saturday Night Live doing the Gretchen Whitmer shout out, if you're an odds maker in Vegas, you got to put her at number one, right?
Oh yeah, based on that and how many headline stories she appears in on Fox News, I think she's a shoo-in.
She has raised her national profile quite a bit.
Hey, did you?
Yeah. Oh, she's head bitch according to Fox News viewers. She's the wicked witch of the Midwest.
I don't get it, and I wasn't a fan of her going into this. And I don't get all this ire. I don't get all of this political ire she's drawing. I was not a fan of her going into this. I'm now a fan of her. I don't understand it. All she's done is make sure we're all going to live. Oh, silly her.
You know
what? At the cost of our liberty.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been able to do... No, wait, I have been able to do whatever I've wanted for the last 6 weeks.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Before we got on, I was listening to Penn Jillette's podcast, and he was asked, being a libertarian, he was asked to head up an event, a protest event in Las Vegas to, get the city reopened. And he said no. And he was asked, and the guy who asked him, he didn't give his name because he didn't want to call him out, but I guess he's some big libertarian guy. He's like, you should be the face. You are like one of the most popular libertarians on the planet. Why you should be the face of this? Here's his response to the guy. He says, I believe that you should have the freedom to get fucked up the ass raw, no condom. I'm not going to go out and advocate that everyone does that.
Fair enough.
Absolutely. And this would probably be a really good time for Penn to do this, which is maybe take this opportunity to explain to people that, hey, libertarians aren't one monolithic block that all believe the same shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I know libertarians have gotten a bad rap because, one, they're challenging the status quo two-party system, so of course they're going to get attacked immediately. This is our party. You weren't invited. Fuck off. Stop trying to fucking force your way through the door. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. But, I mean, there also are a lot of bullshit, all taxation is theft.
Well, I think Penn could fit his libertarian slogan on a Post-it note.
Live and let live?
No, because that live and let live is still a little too vague for me. That's like you can claim that as an excuse for a lot of things, but basically, if we can do it with less laws, let's explore that route.
Yes, laws should be the last resort.
Yeah, if we can do it with less regulation, if we can do it with less government oversight, let's try.
And just
it's not an absolute thing. Like the government's always evil, taxation is evil. I mean, shit. How much taxes does Penn Jillette pay? I can only imagine being a fucking millionaire performer in Vegas. He's got to be paying like more than half of his income.
Well, dude, he probably laughs at our paltry. He's like, yeah, you and your 1 day a year taxes, commoners. He's probably he's probably one of those people that has to pay quarterly.
He's backing up an F-150.
Yeah.
Like every 3 months.
So, yeah, no, I get what he's saying.
Might even have to get the dually for the fourth quarter.
I can believe whatever I want. I'm not going to advocate, all the...
Yes.
Yeah.
And right. just as that works for, look, you want to go protest. I'm not going with you. But you want to go protest. All right? Just as you can be like that, you can also be like, you want to go do crazy weird shit with another consenting adult? Not my cup of tea, but knock yourself out.
Yeah.
I don't have to approve of everything someone else does. And it seems like people tend to forget that quite a bit these days.
Right. Right. I approve of people drinking bleach if they want to. If that's what they want, I just want them to do it in an informed way.
Mean the drink. Mean that shit.
Aaron wants you to know that you're going to die.
Absolutely. I'm for suicide. I'm 100% pro-suicide.
Yeah, I'm pretty much pro-death in all situations.
Well, I'm sorry.
No.
I shouldn't say 100% pro-suicide because, again, you have to kind of make a carve-out for mental illness there. Like, I'd like mentally ill people to find help first and then decide if they want to take their own life.
You're not uncanceled. You already said it.
But like I said, I would just want them to do it in an informed way. Like, if you want to, in an informed and sound mind and body way, take your own life, that's your choice.
Doug Stanhope said it.
Now, if you want to shoot yourself in the head in the middle of the street, no.
Doug Stanhope said
there are limits.
Said almost perfectly. He goes, look at life as an 80-minute long movie. If you sat through the first 15 minutes and the movie sucked, there's a chance it could get better. Stick it out. But if you're at the 50-minute point and this movie just keeps getting worse and worse, walk the fuck out. Why not?
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that bit? It's genius. I love it.
It is.
That's someone who's like, you know what? Fuck it. And I mean, a lot of the times, a lot of the shit people I advocate for is, I don't think it should be called suicide. If it's someone's facing 6 months of excruciating pain and then certain death, why can't they go out on their terms?
Yeah.
Why do I have to go commit a crime to keep from fucking suffering and then whatever awaits, after you're dead?
What?
And that's going to be the last thing I ever fucking experience because somebody said a book written 2,000 years ago said it's a sin. I'll take my chances.
So I love how it's considered a crime. Off. Who are you charging?
And I don't. Now this has been something. I'm thinking about the last 10, maybe 20 years. They've changed. Attempted suicide was a crime in a lot of states.
Yeah.
Now what they do is they just put you on a 72-hour psychiatric hold. Now they don't. It's basically like get this person out of a situation where they could hurt themselves. And I don't know how often it was ever used besides as an excuse to take a suicidal person into custody and put them someplace where they can't hurt themselves, though. So, yeah, it is a crime. I mean, technically it is a crime. Well, it used to be. I don't know. They might not. Or it's just one of those laws that sit on the books and no one does anything about. Like, right. Yeah, okay. Like so you can't own an alligator. Okay, didn't want it. First of all, didn't know that was an option. Second of all, didn't want one until you told me I couldn't have one.
So
3, when's my fucking stimulus check getting here, and how much are alligators?
So Gretchen Whitmer, how the hell did we get to? We were talking about Whitmer, and now we're talking about suicide.
Yeah, I don't know how I was trying to think of how we got from A to B on that one. But
I do want to say something real quick about Governor Gretchen here. She gave me some insight into her personality without even realizing it. She was doing some national interview, and I guess she was in her office. She has a framed poster of herself as a cartoon. Like one of those like 1940 propaganda, Rosie the Riveter style, yeah. not the flex in the arm, but the style of it that says the Gov. And I'm like, she's a meathead. She's a fucking meathead. Yeah. That's what she is.
What do you mean?
That's like
Gronk?
Like a certain co-host of a certain sports podcast at one point had his nickname tattooed on his arm, shaved in the back of his head, and a personalized license plate.
Yes.
With his nickname. Because you never know when early onset Alzheimer's is going to strike. You're going to forget who the fuck you are, apparently. So I'm like, you're a meathead. Okay, I get it. Yeah, this makes sense. That's why she was like, man, fuck you, Trump. Bitch ass motherfucker. I don't care.
But see, that also makes me think that where our two brains go wildly different places. That makes me think in the bedroom she's in charge.
Oh, yeah. She does the pegging. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's that husband of hers, that butthole is, if it was a ship, it'd be taking on water. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is not watertight.
Now, on a non-pervy note about the governor, I do want to say I like her style. Today she was doing interviews, and she had a good sense of humor about the Saturday Night Live thing. And I do like the fact that she went, "Hey, wrong kind of beer." And then she held up, she's like, "I would be drinking Two Hearted."
Damn straight. Not that Canadian shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Two Hearted's way stronger for starters.
Yeah, like we don't have beers in Michigan.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's enough.
Yeah, Michigan, where 8 months out of the year it's gray, snowy, or cold. Yeah, beer was made for us.
Yeah, and good point, Aaron, because you said Jesus Christ SNL, because in 2019, and I know for sure in 2018, Two Hearted was the biggest selling beer in the country.
Oh, no shit.
Yes. Indeed, it was
good beer.
Yeah.
I was on that shit early. I can't drink it anymore. It will like instantly give me an asthma attack.
Yeah. But I mean, it was the biggest selling beer in the country for a while. So how do you know? Yeah. And don't you have 20 somethings on your writing staff who drink craft beer? How did, I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's Michigan. We're like, I get it. We're like,
she's generic Midwestern. So she drinks Labatt. She's a Karen.
Well, too, I was going to say too, I get it. We're Michigan. We're Canada Junior. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she was from like Philly or Pennsylvania, it would be like what is it, Younglings? They gave her like, you know, just the generic regional beer. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. No, look, here's the deal. I like her. I don't agree with her on
how you feel.
You know, I sent a letter, and the two gentlemen that showed up with sunglasses and black suits were very, very understanding about what I put in that letter. So, but I mean, seriously, like, I don't agree with all her views politically, but that doesn't mean that I can't like her as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, she seems like she's really trying to do the right thing. Yeah. And here's one thing I want to say. I love this here locally. You know, we have a what would you call it? It's not a law now, but we have to wear a mask until further notice if we're in enclosed places in public. Yeah. Like, it's now like, what is this, civil? Maybe it is a law. They give you a civil infraction, probably like a $50 fine if you don't have it, and no medical excuse or something.
Yeah.
Now, it's not. But once again, you're not going to jail. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And to be honest with you, who's going to call the cops? And are you really going to stick around if you see a bunch of people fucking grabbing their cell phone and you're the only one without a mask? No, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm assuming somebody's, I got barbecue Becky's all around me. I'm out. So what I like is that a local drugstore here took it upon themselves and said, it's not the law, but it is now our policy. Until this is lifted, you don't have a mask, you don't come in. That you don't come in for prescriptions, you don't come in to use the ATM, you don't come in to shop, you don't come in for anything. If you cannot wear a mask for a medical reason, call ahead, give us a list. We'll be happy to sell you and give you your products through the drive-thru.
Yeah, or buy a mask.
Problem solved.
They probably solved. You know,
yeah.
You know, I had a coworker said he walked into Target and they're like, you have to have a mask come in here. And he's like, well, do you have any for sale? And they're like, yeah, absolutely, right here.
Yeah, it's
cha-ching.
It's like, of course. Remember they used to put the checkout aisles for the impulse buys? Now it's when you go in. Mask, gloves, hand sanitizer. Instead of bathroom attendants, we have fucking Corona attendants now at the front of stores.
Unregimented. ChristopherMedia.net.
For the ones who know that a little late is always too late. And that the clock doesn't stop just because you're missing a part. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. And our Keep Stock inventory management solutions help ensure you have the right stuff in the right place at exactly the right time. Visit Grainger.com/keepstock to learn more. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth, and always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Shop new looks for the new year at Macy's one-day sale. Going on now with deals of the day like sweaters from Clubroom, Alfani, Ink, and more. $19.99 to $29.99. And get 40 to 60% off coats and boots. Then add the finishing touch to any look with fine jewelry clearance 70% off. Plus, get your .com orders fast with contact-free curbside pickup. Or you can pick them up inside the store. For details, visit Macy's.com. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
ChristopherMedia.net. Unregimented.
Yeah, I'm still not on the gloves train, and it's just because it's
No, the mask is enough because the mask really. First of all, it's the most efficient line of defense because the whole idea of the gloves is just to stop it from getting to your face.
Well,
and the mask.
Yep.
And when I wear my mask, I have an official, a real mask coming from Amazon, a few of them. But I've done improvised ones with cut up T-shirts, and all it does is just constantly remind me: don't touch your face, don't touch your cell phone, just leave it in your pocket.
Yes.
Don't try and hit your vape right now. Just do your shopping. Don't touch anything that you don't need to. Wash your hands, and then that's it. You can take the mask off, and you're good.
Keep your hands clean. Don't touch above your neck.
Yep.
Done. That's why, to me, gloves are pointless.
Yeah, absolutely. And they don't stop it. Like if you pick it up on your gloves, then transfer it to something else.
Yeah, exactly. The virus can get on the gloves just like it can get on your hands.
Yep. And then you're probably going to mishandle the gloves just taking them off, right? Like I was watching, there was the season finale of Homeland last night, and Carrie was going to, spoiler alert.
Did you say
kill
season?
Saul.
Not series?
Series.
Oh, okay. So it is over.
It is over. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
yeah, it was
it's
a
like
series finale.
Aren't they like season 19? Can it just be over?
Oh, dude, it was a great final season. I mean, the show's a little ridiculous, but they do it so well. But anyway, they were administering this like topical some kind of drug that'll like knock you out and paralyze you, right? And the guy that was cleaning it up, he had 2 pairs of gloves on, right? So he cleans the drug off the skin with this swab, and he's wearing gloves, and then he holds the swab in his hand, and he pulls one glove up over the swab while he still has the other glove on his hand, and of course the other hand is also gloved. So at no point does the skin actually touch that drug. He can dispose of that, then he can properly remove the 2 gloves, and he's done. But
who's doing that?
Right.
I am.
That's the thing.
I spaced out during you describing that.
No, hey, guys, I'm dead serious. That's what I do. Every delivery, every customer, I get in the car, I put gloves on. I get there, I get out, take it to them, give them their package, give them their whatever, turn around, anything that, like receipt, anything that they didn't want, hold it, pull the glove over it, just like you said, pull the other glove out, got my bag of death that I put them in, get in the car. I don't even touch the car with them on.
Well, I understand, like, Rich, you're in a different position because you don't just have to go grocery shopping once a week. You've got to go out and do your job and be in contact with public. And so the gloves not only have added an extra layer of protection, they make you feel better and they make your customers feel better.
Yes, bingo. That's a big one right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of people that are really, really, really like scared about this, and you can tell because they like freak out. They're like, apparently one of our drivers didn't have a mask or gloves and went to go deliver to this person, and this person was like, I can't take that. I can't take that package from you. Blah 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 blah. You have to send somebody else. And, I mean, like
I can't fault them.
Full on panic attack.
Yeah, I get it.
No, and trust me,
I'm like, whoa.
Trust me, my personal feelings about gloves, I've been advising business owners through this, and I've been telling them because we kind of feel the same way about them. I say, regardless of how you feel about gloves, I feel the same way. Put your people in them. It is a perception thing right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're going to use them, you better stock up on them.
Yes.
First of all, I go through 200 a week easy. Instead, not 200 pairs, but 200. 2 boxes of 100.
It's a good rule for gloves is whenever you would wash your hands, change your gloves.
And you better get used to changing them.
Yeah.
That's the habit you have to form.
I love when you go to a Subway and someone puts on those like super baggy gloves. Looks like they just like
the deli gloves.
It looks like they took a sandwich bag and then they took a hair straightener and just like sealed in between to make like fingers.
Well, I think after this,
and then, they make a sandwich with it and then they go and push the buttons on the register. I'm like, what are you doing?
I think though after this that's it for those type of gloves. I think now you're going to have gloves that seal around your wrist from here on out.
Those are useless.
Yeah. I mean, and once again, I felt when if you remember when this shit started, people were like, "What about masks?" And they're like, "Oh, masks. They're not going to really stop you from spreading it or from getting it. It's more of if you already have it, you won't spread it. But if you already have it, just stay home, stay away from people. You don't need to worry about a mask, et cetera, et cetera." And I'm like, wait a minute, medical professionals are still fucking wearing masks.
Yeah,
we need to be wearing fucking masks. I don't give a fuck how much you're trying to pretty this up and not cause a panic. Tell the truth. They do add a layer of protection. Don't bullshit us on this.
And they still don't know how much this aerosolizes and how long it stays in the air when it does. You know, they know the advice that they've given us so far is based on what they know about coronavirus and viruses in general, how they spread. Yeah. But there's other factors to this that are unknown. It's still a possibility that whereas a usual virus, it's, you know, if you're outside of a 6-foot radius, you're probably safe. The person's not coughing germs into the air, you're probably safe. Probably, but we don't know, right? So again, like, does the mask do anything for me as a healthy person? Well, it makes me feel a lot better, and it allows me to go out and shop and not have to freak out about it.
I bet.
So yeah, it does something.
I bet breath mint sales are up.
Yeah.
But the sale of gum is, because I'll tell you, the first time being alone with my breath, I was like, ooh, all right.
Is it going to be the news thing? Like, you know, when we were kids, people get shot for starter jackets. People going to roll up, be like, "What, you got my breath mint, homie?"
Yeah. Well, just do like the Ravers. You put the Vicks Vapor Rub in there.
There you go. Oh. Put Listerine in there.
Oh.
Yeah, you know. That shit will open up your whole brain.
Take you right to the insect dimension.
Yeah.
How long till we get legal ecstasy? I'm gonna try to live that long. I want recreational. No, I need medicinal ecstasy. I need medicinal strength.
Hey, we got
some triple stacks right there.
There's legal.
I'm clinically bored. I need medical ecstasy.
There's legal shrooms in Colorado, so
that's true.
Probably maybe another decade or so before we have legal MDMA somewhere, maybe.
I don't know about legal MDMA, but them actually finding a clinical use for it or some derivative of it, yeah, absolutely. They've been looking into that for decades.
That's where it came from, wasn't it?
Probably, I believe so.
Wasn't it made for people? Like, I thought it was.
Yeah, wasn't
pretty much came up for with returning vets from Vietnam and to help them with PTSD and counseling and stuff, and then it got out. You know, it went from like Flexerols to all of a sudden like Adderall, Adderall. Like, oh no, this is the new club drug, the new designer drug. It's like every medication is designed. You understand that, right?
Right. Yeah, I like designer drugs. Like what? It has a Louis Vuitton on it.
Yeah.
It's like you ain't getting in there with these shoes. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But shit, I completely lost my train of thought, man. That actually sounded so good. I want it.
Just imagine taking a drug and having this voice in your head. You ain't getting here with those shoes. That's great.
I would remember who sold me that.
The wrong drug.
Be like, we're keeping this guy's number.
Oh man. So what else? What was the last one? Are usually a little bit more fluffier piece.
Oh, I finally saw Dr. Sleep. I had been putting it off for a while, and man, what a fantastic movie! I mean,
I'm telling you, I think it's a movie. Even if you're not a horror movie fan, you can get into. Even if you're not really a big fan of The Shining, you just know the premise. You're good.
Yep.
You're good.
Well, I like that it wasn't very traditional horror movie. They weren't big on the jump scares. They weren't big on the stuttering and like playing with the speed type effects. Like everything looks like it's a Tool video. Like,
yeah.
That type of shit is just nothing to me. It doesn't affect me at all. I don't see why people consider that to be scary. But
the first time I saw it in 1988 in Jacob's Ladder, that scared me.
Sure,
I was like,
yeah.
That's fucking freaky. Oh, what the fuck's wrong with that dude in the corner?
Right.
Like, that's 40 or 35 fucking years ago. So we come up with some new ways to scare people.
Jacob's Ladder's from 1988?
Yeah.
Oh my
88
God.
or 87.
But
it feels like that was movies out like 10 years ago. Jesus Christ.
I thought the movie was really well paced. It kind of falls apart a little bit at the end, but that's all right. I mean, it's got a good ending to it. I mean, the little things that always kind of trip me up for a second in movies like this, like, oh, okay, so abandoned hotel has heat and power. Well, good to know.
Yeah,
but you got to figure, like, if they didn't actually show him go down to the boiler room, and I get why they did because it's essential to the plot. Yes. But if they didn't show him go down and fire everything up, I would just assume that it's haunted house, right?
Well,
the power's still hooked up 30 years later.
In the book, which is, it's weird because it is a visual and certain changes from the book. It is a direct sequel to the movie, but it also is kind of a sequel to the book. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Whereas, the book was definitely a sequel to the book because King doesn't like The Shining. He doesn't like Kubrick's version at all. He says it's cold, it's not scary, it's just bleak. Right. And I'm like, from Stephen King calls you bleak. You've touched a nerve somewhere.
No shit.
This guy wrote Pet Sematary, folks. Right? But what I liked is that they kind of, maybe I just picked up on it. They implied that it was like the hotel was feeding off of people with The Shining.
Yes.
So that's where it was getting its quote unquote power from.
Yeah.
So it was not like it's not even on the grid. It's taking this telekinesis to telepathy or whatever the fuck. Well, I guess all of it. That's fire.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying.
I get you.
But
that's the thing. Like, it only takes me out of it for a second because, like, you're watching a movie about people with supernatural powers. So, I mean, why do we really need to pick apart every little bit of this?
Yeah.
So my complaints like that, very minor, and were only bumps in the road. In general, totally enjoyable. Great performances and casting all the way around. Rebecca Ferguson was just fucking mesmerizing. She was just stunning, first of all. Where the fuck has she been all this time?
What else has she been in? Because I don't recognize her from anything else.
I forget which Mission Impossible movie it was where she was like the damsel in distress kind of girl. But
I don't think I've seen one since 3. So
yeah, it was early. I think it was 1 or 2 that she was in. I want to say 2 because 1 was really different. 1 was De Palma did Mission Impossible 1, and it's like some really noir-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get into the 2 and 3 are just straightforward blockbusters, and I love them. 1's all right, but a little too small of a movie for what you want a Mission Impossible to really be. But yeah, the young girl that they got to, the young psychic or shining girl or whatever, she was amazing. That scene where she traps what's her name, the Hat, something the Hat. Rebecca Ferguson's character. She traps him.
Black Hat? No, that's I'm thinking that's different.
Rose the Hat.
Rose the Hat, yes.
Yeah. And Rose the Hat goes after the girl to try and find out where she is because they want to hunt her down and suck her steam. And she traps him in her mind and starts flipping through all of her like memories and shit. Like,
yeah, that it have like the filing cabinets and stuff.
Yeah, so she shows up. There's the version of her with like no eyes, and she's just got that creepy smile.
Yeah, that is
like she had to do everything in that movie. She had to play innocent. She had to play scared. She had to play strong. She had to play aggressive. She like ran the gamut on that fucking movie. We should be seeing her in like everything.
Yeah, I remember there was a few people who were upset that she didn't get any type of award season nods for her performance, and I was like, I think it's because a lot of people just looked at this as it's just a stupid horror movie.
Yeah,
where it's like, okay, when the kid, by the way, now that we spoiled half the fucking movie for you, spoiler alerts. But anyways, when the kid gets killed, after they kidnap him from the baseball game,
yep.
Man, that scene, it is a horrific fucking scene.
Is like that the scene that you were talking about? Where you're
yes.
like, I can't believe they went there.
Yeah,
I thought it was. You have to do that scene at some point, right? Because that's what this is about. They're preying on kids.
I figured they would I figured they would age the kid up from the book. They didn't.
Oh,
like what I'm saying. Like he's supposed to be like I think like 12 at the most, maybe even like 10. Because there's a whole thing like something came up and he had to walk home. Whoever didn't pick him up, et cetera, and. A parent was like, I'm kind of worried because he's so young. Like it's more played up in the book because you can get away with that in novels. Movies, it was just shocking to see because it's like, whoa, you don't really see that in new movies.
These are the types of details that they usually take in a Stephen King book and go, well, we can tweak this. Like in It, for example, everyone gets laid in the sewers.
Yeah,
that didn't happen in the movie. They didn't have no sewer gangbang like Ninja Turtle style.
And outside of the dark net, that will never happen in an It movie. All right, so
yeah.
You got to go in a deep, deep, deep way to go find that movie, and I don't recommend it because you ain't gonna like your roommate for the next 5 to 10 years. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You need that extreme tab on the Pornhub.
But yeah, I really thought, I cannot remember the director's name. I know he did Hill House on Netflix, and that's been on my to watch list because even non-horror friends of mine are like, you got to watch this. It's that.
If that's how he handles horror, yeah, I want to see more of his movies. Because I like horror when it's well done. It's just so little of it is.
Well, so not only the kids scene, but this was just from a filmmaking appreciation point of view. The part, going back to the part you were talking about where she goes inside of her mind and there's all the file cabinets and all that stuff.
Right, her mind is represented by a library and she's going through her thoughts and memories by flipping through the file.
Even how Danny has those. Yeah, he has those treasure looking.
The boxes that he traps the
horrors from the Overlook into.
Right.
That's literally as one of a handful of. I mean, like I can count on one hand. I've read a book. They've made a movie of it. I see the movie and I'm like, holy fucking shit! That is exactly how I pictured that in my head.
Really.
Exactly. I read the book when it came out, so it's been going on 10 years. Mm-hmm. I don't know if all those details were in there. I know that the treasure chest kind of looking boxes, that I don't remember that being mentioned at all. Right. But that's how I kind of pictured them because you think it's got to hold, it's going to be like a crate. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, like a crate size, and those things.
It's kind of more shaped like a jewelry box or a cigar box, right? Where it's a little flatter and wider.
Yeah, and Danny, when he's told that, is like 6. So what do little kids think of? They still think in like terms of fantasy stories and shit. So it made sense, and I was like, okay, that's a little unnerving. Somebody had to say
same thought, yeah.
And the scene was shot with the filing cabinets was exactly how I pictured it.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, is it supposed to be so that they show the shot a couple times real quick of the rows of boxes in Danny's heads? They're in the hedge maze, right?
Yes.
Are they okay? Because I saw the snow and you see something around. I'm like, are they supposed to all be in the hedge maze?
Yeah. See, now that wasn't.
Which makes sense because when they get not Hattie, the hat at the end, no, she wasn't in their head. That's right. She was in the actual maze, and she thought she was in their head. Never mind.
But yeah, now the maze wasn't in the book because in the book there is no maze. So that's where I said, like, the director obviously and the writers made a choice to side with Kubrick's version of The Shining on major plot points like that, but it worked. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It could have come off as so fucking cheesy and bad because there are so many ways this movie could have been really bad. So many. First of all, when I heard it announced in book form, I was like, why? Right? Why are you making a sequel to The Shining? The story's done. You know, and it's like, no, and he grows up and he becomes a drunk and then he gets sober and then he becomes an end-of-life caregiver. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's just way too much bullshit. There's no way this story is going to work. Then I read it and was like, all right, it kind of works. Yeah. I never thought it worked in a movie. Never. I think that's why I liked it so much because I was like kind of rooting for it against my own better judgment because I've been burned by too many Stephen King movies.
Oh, God, yeah.
And Stephen King sequels in particular. Yes. Children of the Corn 2, did we need that? Children of the Corn 3, 4, 5, and 6, must we? Like, sorry, I had to get that out. The Lawnmower Man never required a sequel. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave it at that.
But yeah, highly recommend watching it. And a little bit long, but I broke it into 2 viewings, right down the middle. And it works.
Yeah, and once again, it has some horrific elements in it, but it's not like cover your face torture porn, and it's not that Blumhouse or whatever it is, Blue House that makes all these.
Not a lot of quick edits, bad CGI, none of that shit.
Shit jumping at you and jump scare. No.
Like
if you want that type of movie.
Just those real simple effects of them transporting when she grabs the window and the whole house tilts and she flies through. I was like, that's awesome. It looks amazing. It disorients you. It puts you in the character. And it's just so simple.
Yeah, that's a director I'm going to have to definitely learn his name and keep an eye on. Because I really liked, just the look of the movie. And it's like apparently this guy has a look to his work, kind of like Aronofsky has a look to his work.
Right.
Even Alien 3 looks like David Fincher directed it. Like now that you know who Fincher is and you've seen his movies, you go back and watch Alien 3, you go, that's David fucking Fincher movie.
Yeah, all over that movie. All right. So
now that we've nerded out, somewhere Mike White's like giving us the golf clap.
Right.
Very good review, simpletons. Very good review.
Or he's going, knock that shit off.
Job.
Or he's going, hey, stop. See, or he's going, stay in your lane, fellas.
Yeah. Get off my Kool-Aid, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we took a day off, but we're back. So thanks everybody who's been sticking with us through all this. We decided while we're all locked in our houses, we're gonna do this every day, and listeners up like 50%. So, thank you.
Damn, thank you. Yeah.
Everybody who's
big time. Thank you.
New and old. Remember, we are on Twitter at UnregimentedPod and Instagram at Unregimented. Unregimented at ChristopherMedia.net is the email. ChristopherMedia.net is where there's an Amazon banner if you want to help us out while Amazon now enjoys record business because, they're an upstart. They needed this little push. So, hopefully things work out for them. So, want to help us out without paying anything extra, click the Amazon banner. There is a PayPal button as well at ChristopherMedia.net. Where can you listen to us? It's more like where can't you listen to us? Spreaker.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Jesus Christ. I'm gapping out here. The iHeartRadio app, Stitcher, anywhere you can listen to a podcast, that's where we're at. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Later, guys.
unregimented. ChristopherMedia.net.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. As a professional painter, you know your customers want a flat finish, but don't want to pay the price of fighting dirt, grime, and scuffs. Use new Bare Ultra Scuff Defense from the Home Depot for a beautiful flat finish plus stain and scuff defense. And that price starts at just $29.60 a gallon, and that's before the Pro Extra discount. A flat paint that's too tough to scuff. Bare Ultra Scuff Defense, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Available online and in select stores.
ChristopherMedia.net. If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for listening, and thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.